Welcome to Down the Sideline, the show where the biggest stories in rugby league are put under the microscope and nothing is off limits. No safe takes, no fence sitting, just real opinions on the teams, the players, and the moments that drive this sport forward. From form slumps to finals contenders, from origin debates to the stories shaping the game, we're across it all, and we almost never agree. Hosted by Tim Micallef, Adrian Manka, and David Bolderman. This is Down the Sideline.
Yes, welcome to Down the Sideline, the podcast that can't get its visuals working. I haven't even cancelled the YouTube stream. I better go look at that, but sorry about that, guys. If you're watching us on YouTube, you're going to see a fat version of us as a cartoon. But if you're on audio only, we're here. Because why wouldn't we be here? There's 2 rounds to go in the NRL, and it is Down the Sideline podcast team. I'm David Bolderman, your host, Boldo. With me tonight is Tim Micallef.
Do we have to cut to me? It's National Day of Mourning today, isn't it?
It might be for you, yes.
Yeah.
Your team's still the favourite, so we'll get...
I was high and mighty after the mighty Charlton beat West Ham 2-1 at West Ham one night, and I thought, massive underdogs, what could go wrong? Chooks v Tigers. Anyway, we'll get to that.
We will get to that. And, of course, joining us is also another loser. Is Adrian Manka, whose team... Wow, we didn't see that upset alert coming, did we?
Haven't you chirped up after last week, by the way?
Yeah, we'll get to that too.
Win changes everything.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking, when we were going through upset alert, I last week was going to tip Manly over Newcastle. I had this really strange feeling we were going to lose, and we were woeful. We deserved to lose.
Yeah, we'll get to that too. All right, so on tonight's show, or today's show, or the show that you're listening to now on audio delay, we're going to talk about Warriors being in the box seat. We will make Tim talk about the Roosters stumbling, despite the fact that they are still the premiership favourites. We'll talk about the Knights falling apart. We'll talk about the mighty Sharks in what could only be described as maybe the worst game of rugby league ever. The Dolphins are firing. The finals race heats up. Panthers dealt a couple of blows. Adam Reynolds is retiring, so we're going to look at his career and where he fits. And then expansion news, Joey Manu signed for PNG, the new NRL rule trial, and we'll also do the round 26 upset alerts. I've put mine in the chat already, so if they can see it and look through that, we'll see how they go. I have a feeling this is going to be a fired up show with the boys not having to worry about being on screen. Might just be a bit more.
Yeah, a bit more relaxed.
You're not worried about how you look, Timmy?
No, I never am. I was ugly from the day I was born.
Oh, you're a good looking rooster. You know, you're a good looking rooster. He's not. No, I was going to say not a good looking rooster. Your team, but that's not first on the seat. The Warriors are in the box seat, top of the league by 1 point.
They're still not the favourites with the bookies to win the minor.
They shouldn't be. They've got them on their 4th choice halfback.
Yeah, but they played
They
right.
are by far and away
the
best team on form. I've been talking about it for 2 weeks, and you still won't listen to me. They are the best team in the comp right now. Me and my father, of being a very astute judge of rugby league, a man that's been watching it since he moved over here in 1970, he
Thinks
agrees
they're the
with
best
me.
team.
He thinks they're the best team.
Wade Egan's good from dummy half, isn't he?
Mate, it's just their commitment to defence, their aggression, their forward pack. I'm not saying they can't be beaten. They absolutely can, but by God, they're so well coached. Wade Egan had a dummy half off the back of Barnett, Fish. The culture within the team, their outside backs are phenomenal. Lieutenant Zelezniak, I mean, let's face it, he's probably one
He's
of the best.
gone though.
Hey?
He's got his shoulder, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He'll come back. He'll be
It's a
right.
nice collarbone, wasn't it, Adrian?
Yeah,
He'll be right.
I think that, look, the Warriors are a momentum team and they're a high-scoring team. I do have slight doubts. That Souths game, they almost let Souths back in. They almost did. And for me...
they were comfortable.
They were
but
comfortable the whole time, mate. And they were so comfortable that they decided to pop one over to get their for and against ahead by 1.
That was right at the end, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah.
at the end.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant. I love it when
That's,
It was
that's
good.
just a clever team. One that knows where they're sitting, knows what they got to do. The coach sends down the right messages. They're well coached. They're a good team. They'll be hard to beat. They're my premiership favourites at the very least.
Tim's coming in hot about.
I reckon it'll be interesting to see when they play finals when the games get tighter. And it's
They're one tight games, mate.
more defensively, whether or not
Mate,
they can
their
get over the
defense has
line.
been great. That was their worst defensive performance of the season against the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, but you got to play the top You got to play the
top teams. That's it.
And they did it against Penrith. Penrith couldn't do anything. And with
Yeah, but
Yo-
Penrith in round 22 is not the same as Penrith in the
September
finals, mate.
is a
I just think
You're-
smoke
Warriors-
screen. Big
wa-
smoke screen. Smoke screen.
Warriors should be the favourites.
You've just done a
Should
big
absolutely be the
screen.
favourites.
They're on their fourth choice. I don't even Luke Hanson. Who is he?
Mate, he did the
Kick
job.
a field
didn't
goal, though.
he? Yeah.
Can kick a field goal. Chanel Harris Tavita. What is he behind? Tanner Boyd and
But the thing is, though, if
Metcalf.
their forwards lay the platform like they've been doing all year,
yeah, but they're missing. Who are they?
it doesn't really matter who your halves are, is it?
Aren't they missing one of their other guys?
No, you're making things up now.
No, they're missing a forward as well.
Hold on. Look at that forward pack, right? Fisher Harris,
Good.
top 3, right? Mitch Barnett, top 10, easily, probably top 5 front rowers. Kurt Capewell, gun. Jacob Loban, yep. pretty
Aaron
good.
Clark's been good.
Aaron
Aaron
Clark
Clark's
is so underrated. Mate, that forward pack is unreal. Wade Egan, obviously, as well in there. That's a bloody good forward pack. Now go to their backs. So this is without.
When's Roger back?
He's
Is he
gone.
gone? He's
Without
gone as well.
Roger.
Mate, they can't win without their top guys. They're not going to win.
What? Cam Pereira, Tuapiki,
I think they can
Not gonna win.
I think they can make a grand final.
Halasima's been
Nah,
unreal.
what will happen
unreal.
is
They can make a grand final.
in the match that they get beaten, the review at the end will be they were just missing their top guys. They were missing a bit of quality. They were missing too many. That's what's going to happen.
How long's Metcalf
I think
out
they're.
for?
I think they're a team. That's not
Hamstring.
even, I think that they're a team that's
how
not
long?
even going to use it as an excuse.
How long's Metcalf out for?
Oh, hamstring be 4 weeks, 4 to 6.
So he can probably be back for a prelim.
Yeah, you put him in until the NRL finals suffering out.
They reckon 2 to 4 weeks. So it's not too bad. So it's not a. It must be a light strain.
Yeah.
I tell you what though, you know what's good? The Warriors being up. Geez, their fans. Geez, they turned out at Homebush, didn't they? Geez, they're
Oh, they're so
passionate.
good.
Well,
It's great.
I was in Vegas last year, so when they played over there, and I reckon literally 50% of the fans over there were Warriors fans in Vegas.
And this is a rugby country. Think about like the Wars. If they make a grand final, Jesus, that'd be great for the game.
Yeah.
But I
that'd be
don't
good.
think they're favourites though.
Man, I'm
I-
still bitter
I-
about
I think
2002
they're
Warriors knocking the Sharks out, just so I'm clear.
Yeah, and then do you remember who won the grand final that year?
Yeah, we softened them up for you.
I got a feeling that it might be the same grand final.
You reckon Roosters Warriors?
Well, so you're just dismissing the Panthers now.
I just think that'll be the grand final.
So you think the Roosters are better than the Panthers?
No, I just think that's how it'll end up.
And they are better,
Then they
though.
are better.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we've now established that Tim thinks that the Roosters are better than the.
Maybe the Panthers will lose a couple of games in the finals. Who knows?
Maybe they'll get knocked out by the Sharks.
Possibly.
No, they won't because they're not going to be. Actually, I think the Panthers are still going to finish first. All right, that's the Warriors. They are in the box seat. However, Tim's got a gift for us, Adrian.
What's the
Just
gift?
like Trent Robinson's got a gift. Anytime you lose or win a game, it's a gift, says Trent Robinson. How was losing a game to the team that's possibly the biggest failure of the season a gift, Tim?
I think I said last week they'd win 30 plus.
How is it a gift?
I'm glad the cameras aren't on this week.
Sweating bullets. Do you
Yeah.
agree with Robbo though, or not?
Oh, I think that's the dumbest. I wish I could swear. I think look, Robbo's a great coach and his press conferences are always great, but yeah, one of the harder ones to swallow. I had a terrible, I don't know why, I had a feeling they were going to get us. I actually had a dream that they beat us 28-24 the night before, which I never dreamed about a Roosters match the night before.
Except grand finals.
No, not even then.
Grand finals against the Warriors because the Panthers aren't any good, says
Yeah, I'm
Tim.
usually pretty confident we'll win grand finals, but especially under Robbo. Nah, genuinely, it was just, I always had that feeling of a funny game. We've just come off a great win against Penrith. We're in need of an easy win. They were going to come out and play. I wouldn't even say the Tigers were that good. I'll just say we were.
Oh, they jagged a lucky try early,
we were
didn't they?
15 steps below our best. It was a funny old game. And even at the end, when we got it back to 24 all, I thought, okay, we're just going to get the job done. Fahu White, our best player all year, hands over the ball, they go and they kick a field goal. It's not a gift. You should never accept defeat as a gift.
They now sit third, Tim.
Yeah, we're gonna finish third or fourth. We need to win one, to be honest. because if we lost both, there is a chance that we fall out of the four, which would be a disaster.
If you lose both, the Sharks can catch it, which would be incredible.
Yeah, it'd be a disaster. But we've got Dolphins and Rabbitohs, which are hard games.
Both winnable.
Well, the Rabbitohs
But
might
I think
be,
they're both winnable.
Rabbitohs might be playing to stay in the top 8.
Well, that's what I said when I run home. I thought the Tigers was the one that would. If we beat the Tigers, we're sitting first. We're guaranteed top 4. Having said that, they have a lot to play for now against the Dolphins, and they want to prove themselves again. So
It's a big game, the Dolphins match.
yeah.
I'm not sure who I want to win because now I'm feeling that maybe the Sharks can catch the Roosters.
Yeah, but the Roosters got to lose both games though.
Yeah, but it would be funny for Tim.
Anyway, you're not a humorous guy. You want you want the Roosters to win.
No, I want the Roosters to win.
Yeah.
I want your Roosters to win, Tim. I don't think I can handle you being this upset 2 weeks in a row, to be honest.
Oh, it's a miserable week, I tell you.
I reckon Robbo was. I reckon he deflected a bit. I reckon deep down Robbo would be devastated or disappointed.
No, I think it points to another.
Because you had the chance to win a minor premiership. Roosters
He doesn't
love
care, mate.
Roosters loves winning things.
No, he doesn't care about it. Robbo's whole thing is you're building into a season, you're building at the right point. I think the reason he's saying it's a gift is because the team learn a lesson 2 weeks out from the finals
That's
before
right.
learning the lesson in the finals. And that's what it's about. Matty Johns talked about it extensively in a podcast recently where he was talking about the Melbourne team that went undefeated for so long. And he said the problem was they got so far into their winning streak that all the bad habits had formed. And by the time they lost, they couldn't get out of it.
Yeah. What was that year?
That was COVID. Or maybe the
Oh,
year
that's
before.
right. They
Yeah,
had the
in
long
the bubble.
Yeah, they had the
won
long
16 in a row,
undefeated
I think
streak
it was. Yeah.
going into the grand final, didn't they?
Yeah, it would have been 21.
They're the perfect team to be in a bubble. Bellamy team.
Who was 21? It was Penrith versus... No, because Penrith beat...
No, because Melbourne beat Penrith.
That was in
Remember?
20.
Yeah.
Who did Penrith beat in their first grand final?
Wasn't Parramatta. It was Souths.
No, South was the third one.
Who was their first?
2021 NRL season.
Yeah, who was it? How can we forget this?
Oh, they lost to the Panthers.
So Melbourne lost in the grand final to
Yeah,
the
they
Panthers
lost in the
21.
grand final. to the
Okay, so it was
Panthers.
okay, so same grand final 2 years
Because
in
they
a
were
row.
2 years in a row.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Tell you what, though, it's good to see the Tigers actually playing for something. They turned up, which is good.
All right, let's move on. Let's spend a...
Was
I'd
Marky,
like-
was Marky Mark a try or not a try?
I'd like to spend a bit more time on the next bit. Nights fall apart.
Hang on, was Marky Marks a try or not a try?
Yeah, no, so 2020.
Which one?
The one at the end where we went over, I think it was 4 players, tried to get the ball down, was held up. Then at
Oh,
the
I
end,
thought that was a try.
So did
I thought based on... Look, okay, sorry.
Tully, whatever his name is,
Let me rephrase that. I thought it was not a try.
but based on the
But
try
based on
given,
everything...
correct. Agreed.
Exactly. Based on
Agreed.
all of the other games,
Agreed. I agree.
I thought it was a try.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
That would have changed the game too.
Based on the interpretation of the rule by the refs recently.
And the other thing we were saying in the car over here, it just shows you how important Teddy is to that team. He's been out for the last 3 weeks, and he's just a massive hole.
Like I said, you don't miss him the first week at all. You slightly miss him in the second week, but you cover the cracks the
I was
third
right.
week.
It was Souths.
Yeah, Penrith beat Souths.
Yeah, I was right.
Oh, was okay. I
So
thought it was the
Penrith
second.
lost in.
So then Penrith won against
Penrith
South.
lost
So Penrith beat South. Para.
Melbourne because they've won 4. Who was the other one?
No, but they lost to Souths in the first week.
No, I know, but we're talking about who they beat in grand finals.
Didn't they beat Canberra?
Hey?
Didn't they beat Canberra? Oh, no, that was 2019. That was still.
That was but the Roosters beat Canberra.
No, Roosters beat Canberra.
Yeah, that was a great. That was a great.
So
goal.
it was
that one.
South.
Didn't Canberra get done with like a dodgy
Yeah,
rule?
well,
6 again. But it wasn't 6 again. Anyway, so you got South. I'm trying to solve this. This is gonna
South, Para, Melbourne.
Let us know in the
There's another
comments,
team.
guys, how hopeless
who?
we are.
There's
or not.
another team. I don't know. I forget who it is.
As we look at the
Did they-
screen.
no, because they lost to. Did they beat? No, they didn't beat Brisbane.
Here you go. He's got it now.
All right, so just a reminder Brisbane beat Melbourne last year. The year before that, Penrith beat Melbourne.
No, it was Brisbane. I was right.
It was 2. That was the grand
2023,
final.
the Cleary comeback.
Yeah,
2023,
yeah.
Penrith beat Brisbane.
yeah,
In
yeah.
2022, Penrith beat Parramatta. In 2021, Penrith beat South Sydney.
See,
In
when you-
2020, Melbourne beat Penrith.
When you look at that, you go, no wonder Melbourne had a shit season. Psychologically making 2 grand finals and losing both of them when last year's was winnable that they let slip.
Which
No-
frequently happens.
No
Manly,
wonder they had a shit season.
1990s Manly didn't recover losing 2 grand finals.
Psychologically, it's huge on players.
Yeah, should have seen that coming.
Yeah, we should have.
But anyway,
But then when you get Craig Bellamy, you're like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, okay. The team that hasn't missed the top 8
No,
in
I know.
20 years. Oh, we should have seen it coming.
yeah,
mate.
but
Come-
Manly didn't.
Shut up.
Manly hadn't lost.
Shut up.
Manly hadn't lost for years
Shut
either in
up.
1998 or 7 or whatever it was. 1998.
Oh, we should have seen it coming. Sorry. Okay. Gee, we're that good, are we?
We'll be better next year, won't we?
Down the sideline, the greatest experts in the planet. We never get it wrong. We should have got
Well,
it
no, we don't.
right. We're that good. 0 from 3 in our upset alerts, which we just skipped over.
Mate, we're supposed to talk the podcast up, not down.
Yeah, sometimes you got to be honest, right?
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Speaking of honest, Adrian, can you be honest about the Knights now?
Yeah.
After that,
It was atrocious. It was our worst game of the season. It was Old Boys Day.
I thought that was the whole we don't lose on Old Boys Day.
We don't
thing.
lose on Old Boys Day. We lacked energy. We weren't up for the game. We got bashed down the middle. Poor defensive reads. Attacking wise, not great. There's a bit of a theme happening with Newcastle at the moment, though. We start well, and then we just tailor off. And you know what? We couldn't last week against the Titans.
You were ahead, weren't you?
Yeah, last weekend against the Titans, we were leading. We let Titans come back in, and then we got over the top of them in the second half. Manly just out enthused us. They bashed us down the middle. We just went up for it, and quite costly too because we lost. Obviously, points differential not great because we lost by 20-odd points. We lost Dom Young to suspension this weekend, and Frizzell got suspended as well, so we lose both of them. And we're going to go play the Warriors. And the Warriors for me is Manly aren't a good team at this year. Having Tom back helped them. But when we've got to play the better teams in September, Jesus, we've got to get our act together because we will get
Yeah, you're
bundled
missing
out
your
in
top
straight
guys.
sets.
You're going to lose.
Yeah.
You wrestled momentum back in that game, though. What happened after that, do you think?
I just don't think we were up for the contact. They beat us down the middle.
You kept trying to do the same play,
Correct.
right? That shape out the right,
Correct.
Ponga, isolate, Dom Young.
And you know,
and-
it was quiet, which is a big thing. They shut down Fletcher Sharp. He was very quiet. We just had no momentum. The only saving grace we've got is we play the Warriors this weekend with obviously no one to give us a hope, and we have a bye. So we'll go into the finals fresh. So we'll have 2 weeks of training to go into our semi-final, wherever it is. Hopefully it's up in
So
Newcastle.
you'll be on 34 points.
Correct.
So South would need to win both to overtake you,
Correct.
and the Cowboys can't get you.
No.
So
But I wouldn't mind if Newcastle were playing, I wouldn't mind playing at Homebush either.
nah.
Obviously, McDonald's Stadium's a preference, but yeah, we weren't great. Defensively, it's our worst performance of the year. But to be fair, we've been up for a while. We're due for a dud game. My worry is if we get smacked by the Warriors in Auckland, not great for the confidence. But the two-week break might be very helpful for us. But very disappointed.
You know, I can't stand the NRL website and the match the teams.
It's hard to navigate, isn't
it's
it?
absolutely.
Just go to the draw on the left.
Yeah, no, it is. That's probably true. Probably should just go to the draw. So
Yeah,
the
the draw's
Rabbitohs
much
have
easier.
got the Titans this week. So you'd have to think, surely they're going to win that.
Yeah.
So
The Rabbitohs and the Roosters games.
the Rabbitohs could catch you.
They could, yeah. Rabbitohs and the Roosters is going to be important game that we need the Roosters to win.
Yep.
So Roosters
There
need
you go,
to both.
Tim.
Roosters need to do both our teams a favour.
Yeah, correct. There you go,
Yeah.
Tim. Your
Yeah.
team's got
Important things to do.
important things to do for your mates.
Teams.
They just got to focus on themselves.
Okay.
Thanks,
Robbo.
Thanks, Robbo. I know.
Thanks, Robbo.
Jesus.
They're just going to be focused on taking it 1 week at a time.
and just
and
focusing on the gift giving.
Focusing on the job at hand.
Focusing on the gift giving. All right, that was the Knights chat. The Sharkies got the job done over the Titans in what I must admit was possibly the worst game of NRL I have ever seen. I was not pumped on the debrief. What did the Sharks win? 30 points to 22. They were down 16-8 at halftime. And then Siosifa Talakai came onto the field and they just won because he just barnstormed through them. There was an absolutely sensational flip try scored by Sione Katoa in the corner. As good an acrobatic winger try as you'll probably ever see. And Ronaldo Mulatalo also overtook David Peachey as the second highest try scorer ever for the Sharks on 111,
Wow.
which is quite the milestone because Peachey got a lot of tries. He's got a lot to
did.
catch up to Eddinghausen though,
What's Eddinghausen?
165.
Jesus.
But if Ronaldo stays on his current trajectory at the age that he is on, then Alex Johnson's on the board for Ronaldo.
No.
He would have to play for a while, but he's got a high try scoring.
Alex
record.
Johnson's now leading try scorer with Jenkins. Think
Yeah,
about
he
that.
is.
How old he is too.
Yeah. Oh, Ronaldo
Phenomenal.
would have to play until he was 36 or something like that. But his try scoring rate is as high as any Shark ever. So I think he is going to overtake Eddinghausen.
I thought the Sharks, it was a woeful game.
Horrible.
You had to win the game. But
Horrible.
you look vulnerable without Trindle. And I actually found interesting, Nico's goal kicking started to...
He hit the post once and he missed 2 from the right-hand side.
Still, though, he was how many consecutively?
Yeah, it was 32 consecutive. And then, yeah, that's all right. That's all
Who
right.
have you got this week?
The Sharkies this week have got the Parramatta Eels.
Ooh, the Frisky Eels.
They're not the Frisky Eels. Sure not. Okay, you go anywhere near them on your upset alert.
I haven't looked yet, but I'm
All right.
tempted. Do
So, look, are the Sharks back? No, they're going to limp into the finals.
you reckon you get fourth? You could
No.
sneak.
I think we'll get fourth.
If
Yeah.
the Roosters beat the Dolphins,
You don't think the
they
Roosters
will.
are going to beat the Dolphins?
Yeah, but the Dolphins I still think the Dolphins can catch you on for and against, can't they?
No, I don't think
They're not that far off.
Nah, they need to 40 points. They're
Mm.
not going to catch that.
No.
Yeah, okay. You'll probably get, I don't know. I'm not that confident in the Roosters.
So you're either going to play, if you do make the 4, you're going to either play the Warriors away or you're going to play Penrith.
I think the Roosters will lose to the Dolphins and beat Souths.
You reckon?
I think the Roosters are going to lose to the Dolphins.
I don't think you will.
Yeah, I think we will. I think the Dolphins will run a
Here's
sweet
here's
wagon.
one for you. What I reckon, the Dolphins are going to beat the Roosters. Then the Dolphins will lose to the Titans in round 27. However,
The Sharks will win
the
both
Sharks
games.
will lose to Melbourne Storm when it's all on the line in freaking round 27
At Shark Park.
at Shark Park on a Saturday night.
aren't we just a bunch of positive blokes?
And that will just really piss me off. God, I'll be so pissed off if they just need to win against the Melbourne Storm
They finish 5th or 6th or
and
something.
they finish 5th and then have to play the damn Cowboys. But anyway, we digress. Let's talk about the Dolphins. They were pretty good, Tim. What did you make of them?
So we have an agenda every week, and it says, is their attack good enough to make them a genuine premiership threat? Now, let's go back to the inception of this podcast.
Yes, go on.
You said in 5 years. You
No.
said 5 years.
No.
Yes.
This is so good.
What did I say?
You said Parramatta would be top 8, didn't you?
You did.
Okay, we can pick on my failures, or we can
What did
focus on my
Who
wins.
did you say Adrian was going to be top 8?
Canberra, Bulldogs, and
No,
Para.
I said
Dismal.
I said Canberra and Canterbury would miss, so I'm 3
Look,
from
we'll give Tim some credit where credit.
Yeah, look, and I'll just put my hand up and say my West Tigers tip for the top 8's going just as well, just as well as
exactly
your
right.
Para Eels.
They've turned a corner at the right
But
part
no.
of the season.
Actually, on my 5-year thing around the Dolphins winning the comp, is it not the rhetoric in the mainstream media now that they are capable of winning a competition in the next few years? Was I the one to tip that in?
I don't think they will because they're going to get some players rated. Herbie's going to the Roosters.
I tipped it in. They will do it.
They're going to go to the
Secondly,
Roosters.
I
talk.
tipped the Dolphins for the top 4 at the start of this
All
year.
the talk.
and they're not going to
Okay.
make it
They'll make the top 4.
when they beat the Roosters this week.
They'll beat the Roosters this week, and then they'll lose.
Can the Dolphins actually win?
Roosters
Like
will
all
win the
jokes
weekend.
aside, let's just
On the weekend, their game against Para, they started really badly, but they're a team
they-
where they like flick a switch and they attacking wise they're unstoppable.
But that's what I've been saying all year. They're a team that on a grand final day could beat anyone, but it's whether they can make it to the grand final based on the way
Do you
they
know who
play
they
week in,
rem-
week
do you know
out.
how they remind me of? Last year with the Broncos. If they could make
Nah,
it,
they remind me of the Tigers in 05.
you reckon?
Yeah. Yep, a team that throws the ball
Yeah,
around.
but the Tigers played the
unpredictable.
Cowboys who were woeful.
Do you get what I mean in terms
No,
of the
I
style
know.
of footy? Right?
But their attack is excellent. It's excellent. And
All
they
right,
don't have that many injuries.
So
Donahue's a big out for them.
tell us about Kurt Donahue.
It's only a thumb, though. He's only out.
He's
Around 26. He's coming off the bench for them at the moment.
and Connolly Lemuelu.
Very crafty player, Kurt Donahue. Like,
but
his ball playing is...
Yeah, but he's
It's
hardly
excellent.
Braden
It's the-
Trindle or like
Correct. It's the
Dylan
out-
Brown.
It's the outside back.
You know, you don't understand how much attack potency Donahue brings to that team because he starts to straighten them up out the ruck and he'll play off. He'll either come in for Marshall King or he'll play just off him. And then his ball playing, it frees up either Nicarima, Katoa. Katoa can then play second receiver, he's a bloody good player, that Donahue, I'll tell you. He's an out for them.
Their outside backs are phenomenal.
Yeah, they're
Look at
they're
this. You got
bloody
the
good
Hammer,
football team.
Osaka, who's a goal-kicking genius, Bostock, Farnworth, Cobbo. Nicarima's been playing out of his skin.
And Katoa's
Katoa,
back.
pulling the
Yeah.
strings. Flegler's all right.
Flegler's good, man.
If their forwards can aim up in finals footy and they can defend a bit better, because the problem is they get a bit tougher once you bring Plath off the bench. I think they probably need to start him,
Agreed.
and Donahue's the other one that stiffs them up a bit. So, look, it'll be interesting to see how we'll play in the finals, but if they make top 4, mate, they can make a grand final.
I think they
Probably.
miss 4, but they've got a good team.
Jeez, there's a massive game for them this week,
I
actually.
would
isn't it?
hate to play them in the finals. Hate to play them.
See, I would rather play them in the finals. They're the team I think the Roosters would beat. I worry about more of the Warriors.
You realise if the Dolphins win, it breaks the can't get beaten by 50.
Yes, correct.
About time, because they're ridiculous.
I'm going.
It's a stupid, annoying
I'm
quote
It's a
that gets.
stupid, annoying quote. Oh, you can't lose by 50. It's like, what about Origin? How many players they have out?
Well, they took their entire team out for Origin and just
Yeah.
got smashed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go early. I reckon the Roosters do a number on the Dolphins this weekend.
Okay.
A number.
We'll get to that
We'll
when we
get
get to
to
our
that.
tips, eh?
But that could hurt their season a little bit.
Genuine premiership threat, yes. is my,
I reckon they can
feeling.
win.
I agree.
Actually, I've
I think-
changed my mind.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
I think they can too.
I agree.
We got a flip-flopper, flip-flop, always changing his mind.
Well, that can't be for me.
No, it's for me.
Is their number 2?
It's for me. I'm saying the Dolphins can win.
Yeah, good stuff.
I think after
I
round
reckon
one,
the Dolphins can win.
I think after round 1, I said they were hopeless because their defense was useless, but they patched it up massively.
They haven't patched their defense up. They're just
This
they're winning
match,
and they're
this match
attacking better.
is massive, actually, against the Roosters.
It's a big test for them. And after the loss against the Tigers, it's really important that the Roosters show that they're as good as everyone thought they were after the Penrith game.
Roosters put a number on them. Just got this feeling.
We'll see.
But the clash of the outside backs is going to be excellent.
All right, we'll get to that. All right, the big news of NRL circles was that Adam Reynolds is done.
Yeah.
So he has played his final NRL game.
Sorry, I missed the article. What's happened?
No, so he went to
Hold on, let me read the news thing.
Okay, sorry.
That's the whole point of the news thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to be host this week.
What are you trying to do?
No camera.
What are you trying to It's like, oh, what actually happened?
It was a late edition.
There's like a
Sorry, mate.
in the agenda, there's a whole write-up of like all the stuff that I'm going to say.
I love how Tim looked at me. The agenda said, I'm like, good man.
Yeah, all right,
Good
so-
man, not follow on.
Adam Reynolds has played 323 NRL games, set 57 tries, 1,169 goals, 28 field goals, puts him on 2,598 points, which puts him second, only behind Cameron Smith. It was interesting that he was told by Broncos medical staff and Maguire that they weren't going to play him, despite the fact that he thought and commented that he got through training. So we're going to park that and come back to Maguire and whether there's a story there or not, because Tim, I reckon there is. So Reynolds, obviously one of the most prolific point scorers of our time, debuted for South Sydney in 2012 and immediately looked like he belonged, winning Daly M Rookie of the Year. Then he obviously took the South Sydney team to the 2014 Grand Final and won. Then he also went to Brisbane Broncos and had a bit of a renaissance, becoming the captain of the Broncos. Whether he was critical in their premiership-winning team or not, some Broncos tragics would argue they looked better when he went off because he didn't pass the ball to Reece Walsh as much. However, he finishes with a whole bunch of finals appearances, 2 premierships at 2 different clubs, which is not easy to do, more than 300 games. One of the best goal kickers of the generation that we're in. Adrian, where do you think Reynolds sits all time?
It's a tough. I was thinking about this on the drive over actually before I got to Tim's. In the modern era, he's got to be top 10. Like he won 2 comps.
So if you start, so for the benefit of those
He's got to be top 10.
without the visuals. So I did Boldo did a tiers of all the NRL halfbacks that won competition since 1980. And top to bottom, I ranked them. Sterling is the best, Langer and Stewart ahead of Thurston, Cronk, Johns and Cleary. Now you can put all 7 of those in their own bucket of being the top 7 and we'll just make that argument for another time because those 7 are clearly the top 7.
Yeah.
Then you've got the underrated ones, which was Turvey and Kevin Walters, who won 6 premierships. And then I have Adam Reynolds and Daly Cherry Evans as 10th and 11th is where I ranked them at the time. So that puts, I had him ahead of Brandy Alexander, Mitchell Pearce, Craig Gower, Scott Prince, Matt Orford, Des Hasler, Jeff Tuvey, Shifty Sherwin, Brett Kamali, Jerome Hughes, and then of the other premiership winners, Hornby Wing, Chad Townsend, Pola Mounter, and Shane Perry.
Shane Perry.
Notably of premiership winning halfbacks, probably the best ones are Jason Taylor and Sean Johnson and Stacey Jones are the three that you might consider to get ahead of him. But yeah, I guess you're right, Adrian. If you look at it like that as a top 10.
And I was thinking of it like the player most people probably compare him to in the modern era would be like DCE. But people forget that DCE won his only comp in his first year. He hasn't done anything since.
No, he didn't. He won
Yeah.
against the Warriors in 2012.
No, he only won one.
No, he won against the Warriors in 2011.
He won one.
Yeah, that wasn't his first year. He won
Yeah,
Was
first
that
year.
his first year? Was
Yeah.
it?
He's won one comp. Yeah, so he's done a lot for Queensland. I think the only disappointing with that,
Yeah, but he was behind Cronk and
He-
the other guys.
no, but he's done a
First
lot for Queensland. I was saying the only disappointing for Adam Reynolds is he probably didn't put on the sky blue jersey enough.
2 games.
Yeah, and I think that if you were to sit down with him at the end of his career and go, what will you wish you'd done more of? Obviously, premiership success. Every player
Who was ahead of
wants.
him? Piercy,
It was Pierce. It was what's his name who played for
Trent
the-
Hodgkinson.
Trent
Hodgkinson.
Hodgkinson.
Yeah,
Obviously,
He got injured a bit.
Luai. You had
And Cleary.
Cleary.
So Cleary since 2019.
Mitchell Pearce.
I said Piercy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interestingly, Luke Keary said Piercy's the most talented footballer he played with. Anyway, side note.
But I think he's got to be top 10. He's won.
I agree. I
he's
think top 10's fair.
Yeah, he's won
Yeah.
2 comps at two big clubs.
And he's not. No,
And anyone that says he didn't contribute
He's
to the
10th.
grand final win
Yeah.
is an idiot.
I agree with you on that.
he's
too.
10th.
He was really good.
Yeah, I agree. And he kicked that goal to get them into the grand final from the sideline. Come on.
He
And he does do
Oh,
that.
the
he had
Broncos
his
Tragics,
contribution.
they think that he didn't pass the ball to Reece
You
Walsh.
got to
Oh.
remember when he went
Broncos
to when he
Tragics
went,
don't know how to play football.
when he went to Brisbane, they were a basket case. Basket case.
Yeah.
And he got there and he actually shaped them up and made them an actual top 8 team again. He
So
changed
Reynolds
the
is
culture.
so Reynolds is good, not Maguire. Is that what you're saying?
I think
I
Reynolds
think they
had
work
more,
well together.
They had
I-
one
yeah.
previously before.
They have.
Yeah. They
So
won,
he's-
two comps together, yeah.
Is he better than Alexander?
Different eras. Different. It's hard.
See, this
different
is where it's hard for me to comment. I never really watched Brandy.
Alexander
Right?
was.
I've heard he's incredible, and
He was.
there's probably people that would argue Brandy's number one, right? But,
Look, I would say the one that I don't think he's as good of is Jeff Tuvey.
Yeah, but Tuvey was a hooker.
He was a hooker, but when he played halfback, geez, he was good. He was
Mm.
tough as nails. And you know what? Great fella.
Yeah, you know what? You put to your point though, the goal kicking is important.
Yeah.
Like the Sharks have been winning games because of Nico Hines goal kicking, and I was like, oh, Nico's like a beast because of that. And he did got the goals, sidelines, and all those. It is important.
But he did go,
He's the second highest point scorer ever.
he did go 1 year too long, though. Father Time got him. His body gave up this year. He looked awful in games. He was pulling out when he got tackled.
Yeah, I
he
don't
was
think that
wincing.
really
he was
matters,
hurt.
though, does it?
yeah, but it doesn't hurt his legacy.
No, but I just think he could have not played this year. His body didn't.
Sorry, remind me why he's not playing for the rest
All
of
right,
the year.
I'll give you the rundown.
Is
and you
it
can
true
give
or
us,
not true? Because I
Well, hold
heard.
on, let's listen
No, because I
first.
heard what he said, but I saw.
I
heard-
haven't. So
oh.
can we
All
get,
right,
can
so-
we get to that first?
Oh.
and
So
then-
Reynolds was interviewed on NRL 360
Yeah.
just half an hour
And
before.
Triple M.
And there we go.
Yeah.
Makers all over it. And he said that the coaching staff and the doctors told him that they didn't think he could get through the game. And
As
then-
in the weekend coming up.
yeah, the weekend and the next one. So they decided they've told him that they're not going to pick him.
So the
So
club's decided
The
not
club
to
has
pick him.
effectively retired him.
And how did Renault feel about that? Did you hear, was there any interviews or anything like that?
He was professional
Okay.
and
Meaning,
considered, and he did say that he thought he could play.
so he's professional until it was pushed on it.
No,
He was professional. He just said he thought he could play. Like he's just, I think it was Tallis that asked him, "Oh, do you think he could play?" And he said, "Yeah, I think."
So
I could
why
play."
don't you think they're playing him if he thinks he can play? If a player thinks he can play.
I don't think they want to pick him. I think they want to move on.
I think there's two reasons.
But don't you owe a legend? A bloke that bought you a premiership the year before?
Yeah, but if you're Maguire and you're going to get sacked, then and you don't think
Yeah,
Reynolds,
so you want your best player out there.
he's not the best player.
He's one of their best.
I honestly think he thinks he can play. Fair enough. He's been out for a little while. He trained. He probably, I reckon, in his mind, he's 80%. I reckon the medical staff go, he's going to break down in the game because he has been breaking down in games. And I think they've just gone, you know what? We don't.
But
we
what
don't-
have they got to lose? A guy that bought you a premiership, you're not going to trust him
Yeah,
whether
but
he can
why-
get out in the field
but
just
why do
because
you
he
wanna-
might break down and it might
but
lose
why
you
do
a
you wanna
game.
lose
When
it- but why
you're
do
not
you-
going to come last. There's nothing to lose.
Yeah, but
Are they playing a young player?
it's still a
Look, are they
competitive.
going to play Ben Hunt?
Yeah,
They're
but
going to play
it's-
Ben Hunt.
Okay.
Are they
what's-
playing Ben Hunt?
Yeah, they're going to play Ben Hunt.
Put Breno out there. Give him a go. Come on.
I think he
that's bullshit.
deserves a farewell.
He deserves a farewell. Yeah, absolutely. Don't play him this. When's their next home game? Their last home.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Where are they? Okay, so
Broncos have got the
against
Storm this
the
week,
Storm at home.
Away.
and then they're away to the
Canterbury away.
Bulldogs.
He could play at Homebush because that's where he
He
played a
could
bit
play
of his
at Homebush.
football
Here's
anyway.
the thing, though, right?
Get the Rabbits guys out there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see your point. And also, it is a nothing game. They're trialing the damn kickoff rule.
It's a nothing game. Exactly right. That's how much of a nothing
I
game
was
it
gonna say,
is.
it's that much of a nothing game.
He's won them a comp.
Here's my point, Tim. I reckon there's pressure on Maguire, and if they were 10th, they're not going to make it mathematically. Or
But it puts less pressure on Maguire because you go, I'm putting Adam Reynolds out there. If he breaks down and we lose the game, I was farewelling a champion. Less pressure. There's less pressure.
yeah,
It's if there is nothing
Something's up.
If there is nothing to play for the rest of the year, and the player says he can play, and he's won you a comp, he's been a legend of the game. He's a fantastic rugby league player. He deserves not a medical retirement from the staff.
Okay.
He needs his hamstrings to break down in the game, and
So-
even if that happens, who cares?
I'm reading a little bit now. So Madge said to him, "You've got to pass the fitness test. You pass the fitness test."
Yeah, but Madge's fitness tests are ridiculous.
Yeah.
You have to run 500 Ks up Mount
so
Kilimanjaro.
he's failed.
and-
So he's in his fitness test or his training. He probably hasn't been going at full tilt, and Madge is like, "Nah." Which
Madge, trust your player.
I don't know.
If he trusts
yeah. But
him,
what if you
trusts
put him
to-
on the bench
You could and not pick him.
and,
And
not
bring him on
play
for
him?
But
You
at
could-
least get him a send off.
You could get him in the last 5 or 10 minutes if they're
Yeah.
getting pumped or they're winning by 20 or 30.
Or if the game's tight, let the little master go in for 10 minutes and win the game for you.
So I'm just trying to
you're not
think, if
giving the
this
bloke
was-
enough respect. He's still been playing all right.
Would have put it this way: he plays his final home game against Melbourne. They get belted by 40. Does it ruin his farewell game?
No, because he's in Sydney. you get-
No, I was saying at home when they play Melbourne this weekend.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Does it?
No. It's still, he gets to clap the fans off and walk off after playing a game
So-
of football. Him not being able to play a game of football and only clapping them off when he's in his car, he's in the
When they're driving
in his
around in the
tracksuit.
car, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
it's not the same.
The great Andrew Eddinghausen was injured at the end of his career
Yeah.
in the season 2000. And the hope was that he was going to be able to get back for the playoffs. And he had a farewell from Shark Park where he's in his tracksuit and walks around. It just sucks. It's just nothing. And you're like, oh, this is a bit of a...
But isn't the club greater than one player?
No,
it's-
I don't
it's
know if it
nothing-
is.
No, it's not in that
It is.
situation. No. When a player is given so much to a club, you owe him the right
I think it's more to the
send
game,
himself
Tim.
off to the fans. Yeah, and the game, but the fans want to clap him off. He deserves a send off.
He'll get that at the NRL Grand Final. They do it for
No.
every
Do you,
retiring
here's
player.
one for
It
you.
is not the same. What?
Do you
you're
reckon-
in the car going around the grand final and the Roosters?
No, they
playing
walk
the
out with the
Warriors?
big placards, don't
fuck
they? The
off.
big
Do you-
signs.
Thanks, Tim.
Mate.
That's right. That's the man that you
I've
once...
got full Roy King.
Now, here's one for you. Do you think they sell more tickets if they say this is Adam Reynolds' farewell game and last
Absolutely.
ever match?
I think so.
Absolutely.
And the
You get
AFL does
5,000
it.
more.
The AFL does it better when a player retires. They often give them the last game, and they often, if they're medically
There's
retired,
enough players to hide, though, on the ground in AFL.
Yeah,
If you're not that good, you get what I mean?
If Rene says he can play,
Look,
Yeah.
I get both sides of the argument.
but we all agree he's top 10, wonderful footballer, won 2 comps.
Yeah.
And I think because of all of those achievements, the man says he can play, given that how little Brisbane have to play for the rest of the year.
well,
Let him put his boots on and let him have one last.
I think
hurrah.
Nico's better than him now.
No,
I'm just geeing you up.
Say, can we
I'm
get-
just geeing you up, lads. All right, so we'll step out now. Talking on the Storm and the Broncos match. Let's talk. I'm going to elevate this one up slightly. The NRL is testing out a new rule. PVL's got his way. The team that conceded the try gets to choose whether it kicks off or receives the kickoff. Now, I reckon this is stupid
Why?
because I'm sick of going to rugby league games and having to explain people the rules and then have just weird stuff like, oh, what's the scrum? All right, the kickoff is, wow, that team maybe gets it sometimes. I just don't see the point of it.
So sorry, who gets to choose who
The
kicks?
team that conceded.
Oh, the team that's
The
conceded,
team that
correct.
conceded, yeah, because I heard that on the radio today. I couldn't quite make it out. They were saying, oh, it would have the 82 to 12 game, the Roosters. They said, it would have made it more competitive, which only means that it had to have been if the Cowboys got the call on whether they receive or kick.
Yeah, okay, sure. So it's 78 points to 12 instead of 80
Well, no, it
stops
wouldn't
to
be
try.
because they would have got the
Yeah,
ball.
but the
a lot
only
more.
thing, you know what it does though? It means that you're making the other team tackle more than what they would. So that adds more fatigue to the other team. Because if the Roosters keep scoring, keep getting the ball back, the Cowboys just keep winning. Now you go, you know what? The Roosters have got to at least, hopefully you hold on to the ball. The Roosters have to do
You're not rewarding teams for
scoring.
scoring.
No, I agree.
For storming them at the end.
And it's end of, that should be the end of the discussion. I think it's a terrible rule. Makes no sense.
Is it just
And-
that game?
Well,
Is it just that game?
just
They're
that
trialing
game.
it? Just
Just
that
that game.
game. Why one game? At least
You
trial
know
a
why it's
few.
one
No, but
game.
what about the Dragons?
Because they're playing the Bulldogs.
Ah.
The Dragons are playing someone that can still make it.
Oh, really? Manly? No.
Canberra.
Canberra can't make it.
The Dragons are playing the Seagulls.
Okay, that's why.
So the Dragons are playing the Seagulls. The Panthers
fine.
and the Bulldog counts.
That
Titans and
counts.
Rabbitohs counts.
That
Roosters and
counts.
Dolphins counts.
That counts.
Cowboys and West Tigers counts.
That
Warriors and
counts.
Knights counts.
That
Eels and
counts.
Sharks counts.
Okay, yeah, fair.
So why are they doing it in that one?
No,
The
fair,
one that
fair,
counts.
fair. But they could probably do a lot next round, next round, because a lot of teams are going to get knocked out this week. Because if the Cowboys win,
I hate it. I think it's a terrible rule. Doesn't reward teams. I get that they're trying to stop, they're trying to introduce fatigue and then they're trying to stop the fatigue from
Dragons.
being in one specific team, so they're stopping the blowouts. That's just not the right way to do it.
Yeah, I think they've worked out that the blowouts are embarrassing,
This is a way to stop
and
it.
this is a way to stop it.
Yeah. But it's the wrong way to do it because you're not rewarding teams that are.
But is it a
Okay,
sport or is it an
momentum.
entertainment product,
it's
Tim?
a sport.
It has been a sport since 1908, and I get there has been rule changes. This is one that has fundamentally never changed, and nor should it.
Do you know what's going to happen? They're going to do it this weekend. They'll do it next weekend, where it doesn't count.
Dragons versus Eels.
They're going to say how much of a success it was, and it'll launch round one next year. Guaranteed.
This
Wayne Bennett likes it. They did it during
No,
Super.
because he liked it because last year's team was getting pumped.
Yeah.
No, he
So
liked
this-
it because
this
the
pod-
Broncos
this-
had
this-
him in Super
This
League.
podcast will boycott it. The fans will boycott it.
How are the fans going to
Fox
boycott
still
it?
need to pay back $5.3 billion in sports rights. They're not going to do that when people see their team score a try and then have to kick the ball back to the team they just scored their points on.
I've got a different
I'm
one for
sorry,
you,
it's
Tim.
It's the dumbest idea I've ever heard, and they're going too far.
I got a different one for you, Tim, just on it. I don't like the optics of do you want to kick off or receive?
I agree.
I just think that's stupid.
Because then you're talking to the ref all the time.
Yeah, I just think
Yeah.
that's just dumb.
They talk to the ref now every time there's a challenge, and then they're going to be like, so what are you thinking? What do you want to do? And then
Yeah.
they look to the sideline, and the sideline points.
You're right, because the guy kicks the ball over hits the.
And when do they
hits
have to
the goal
decide?
kick.
Do they have
And
to
then,
decide?
what do you want to do? Because it might.
The goal kick
kicking
might
goal-
play a role.
yeah, it might
I
play a
think
role,
you have
yeah.
to decide before they kick the goal. I think they've got to go try. What do you want to do?
Because the other team goes back and they get in
Correct.
position.
Well,
so
you
I
know,
just think it also.
you got to go for the goal, in position for the goal. But I think they've got to go as soon as they score. Tim, what are you deciding? And then they've got to quickly go within 2 seconds, receive.
But let's face it. Okay.
Why
No,
would
it's
you
stupid.
But
No,
why wouldn't you receive
hold on,
every
hold on.
time?
No, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
The only exception would be you're up by 8 points with 3 minutes to go, and you want to pin them down in the corner.
Correct.
That's it.
Imagine
And
if
even then,
You're
you probably
down.
want to receive.
Yeah, if you're down 8 points with, I reckon it's even more.
2 minutes.
No, it's 100 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Because it's got to be the amount of time. Whereas if they get it up
1
the other
second.
end, where they're not going to get the set.
Yeah.
Do you
So
know
that-
what's going to be disgraceful? If they do it in bloody Origin. It'll be a disgrace.
It makes no sense to me.
Do you think it adds? So are there
It
any
adds,
benefits?
it adds
It
theatre.
adds a bit of theatre. Does it
Yeah.
mean podcasts like ours can say, oh, they should have elected to receive rather than kick off?
You got to remember, I agree with your point, because there'll be contentious decisions about what they've done, and it's going to affect so many games. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. I
I'm
don't
not going to watch a game if they change the rule.
We know that's not true.
know.
No, I'm done.
I think
I will boycott. There is fundamental flaws in the 6 again rule, but I can cop that. This I cannot. I will.
They got to get rid of that 6 again.
I'll be
Gotta
done.
Get rid of it.
I'll be done.
we're not starting. We are not.
And that disruptor, both of them blow them up.
I thought the disruptor was gone, but it's back.
But
No,
this kick-off business. No, I'm sorry. If a team that concedes a try gets the ball, I'm sorry. That is fundamentally wrong, and I'll stop watching the game.
But is it?
And I'll start watching rugby union.
So what they should actually do,
So they,
they should trial it in New South Wales Cup. If they want to
No.
trial
They
it,
should just not trial it at all.
No,
It's
but
the
they're going
dumbest
to.
idea I've ever heard.
No, they should
That's-
trial
that's
it
like
in this.
that-
This
one
is-
game
Yes.
That's like-
as your survey.
Yes.
No.
That's
Because
like-
they're going to work out it's stupid and
No,
that'll
they're
be
not.
it.
They're going to love it.
It's like saying, "Oh, let's put an eye patch on every single player on one team for 20 minutes." And again, why would you bother?
That was
You're
the
not gonna
Roosters
learn-
on the
you're not-
weekend,
you're not gonna
wasn't
learn
it?
anything.
Wasn't that the Roosters on the weekend?
No one's going to want to watch that.
I don't mind that
Morons.
idea.
Do
of
you know
an
what,
iPad.
though? I'm going to watch that game now because I'm interested to see what the rule looks
Yeah,
like. And
you-
our chat is just going to blow.
You report back on how stupid it is.
You got to
Anyway.
admit, though, in terms of making a game that no one was going to watch, especially with Adam Reynolds not playing,
That's true. That's true.
interesting.
Even better, they should have played Reynolds because they could have changed the rules to help him.
But yeah, then he could have kicked off more.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, let's move on.
Just to close it out, I don't really see the point of it. I don't like the choosing. And if you're going to do it, then just make it the rule that the team that scores kicks off or something like that. The choosing's stupid.
Do you know what, though? It puts rugby league in the headlines again to be the game to be talked about. Rugby league loves dominating the news airwaves, and it's going to do exactly that.
I'm not
again.
talking about headlines of other games in this episode.
No, I'm just saying in general.
We banned that.
Rugby league, like
banned that.
like discussion points, and this will just add another discussion point.
So does that is it just a stunt by PVA?
I think it's frustrating for fans listening to this sort of crap.
All right, we'll move on. Joey Manu signs for PNG. Tim, you called that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
He
I
was
mean-
their 007 signing.
Yeah, pretty cool. Like how they made him look like 007 as well.
Yeah, but wasn't that for the halfback?
No, I just
mate,
think
they're just putting the squad as people become available. They're going for
Yeah,
Sam
they
Walker,
would've-
they're going for Cleary.
they would have done that for
they'll get
Corey
their-
Horsburgh.
They'll get their halfback in.
Dun, 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 dun,
They'll get their
dun.
halfback in November, December.
Who do you reckon they get?
I think Cleary.
Nah, no chance.
I think Cleary.
No, I don't think it's no chance.
I think no, because Jet's going there next year, so he got out the release from the Warriors, his brother.
I think it's Cleary.
So
mate.
next year,
his old man's leaving
Ivan,
Penrith.
Jet, Nathan.
His old man's leaving Penrith.
And
For
then
1
He'll
year.
get a PNG.
For 1 year, but Jet will extend for longer, and Nathan will play with Jet as
Where?
the 6 and 7 at Penrith. So Jet was at the Warriors. He got to have his contract.
No.
He got to have his contract.
He'll go there to replace Nathan.
No,
No,
chance.
Nathan will go to PNG.
Doubt it.
That's my prediction.
Why don't he go overseas with his girlfriend?
Good. Look, PNG, I said it a few weeks ago, and I've heard a lot of talk about it in the media. They are signing older players, and you got to see what they're like. And what are we? We're still 18 months away before they kick a ball, right?
Hudson's Young, the other one they're going hard for.
Yeah, but apparently the Raiders have offered him 1.1 million.
They've given him 1.1. They've said to his management, we'll give you a couple of weeks to go talk to PNG, and then the deal goes. So we'll give you the time to go and see.
Yeah, that's what they should do.
Which I
take-
think's smart.
I
for
think
the
he'll take
Raiders.
the 1.1.
I think he'll stay at Canberra.
Yeah, that's
I
big
agree.
money.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, he
Although
just,
it is only like 600,000 tax free.
true.
Anyway,
Thanks, Albo.
Manu,
so I guess if he
Manu,
goes
good
there-
signing, see what happens. But
So he can go there for 900,000. He gets $300,000 more dollars, and all this stuff paid for.
Yeah, but he's got to live in PNG.
Yeah.
and leave his mentor Ricky.
It'll be interesting to see if Joey's still got it though. How long has
Pretty
he
good
been out
player,
of the
Joey
game
Manu.
for? 2 years.
He's been out of the game for a while now. A couple
Be
of
interesting to
years.
see what he's like. He
Yeah,
was
but
a
it's
great player.
back to the entertainment theme. Makes him pretty entertaining.
It does. That team is full of entertainers. Still, they need some
Yeah,
front rowers though.
but like I
Near
said,
some
they're
front
all
rowers.
Yeah, but they
they'll-
don't need to sign the forwards.
They'll all be in their 30s.
Who are they gonna get?
A lot of
Who
them will be in
cares?
their 30s by the time they play football.
You know
for
you
that
need good
club.
forwards in this game.
Yeah, but they don't have to go get the $1.1 million forwards.
No, but they
now.
need the good back rowers.
They
though.
should have got Payne Haas based on what South paid for him. But anyway,
True.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good. I just think a forward will present themselves.
yeah, they'll be right.
I think if it was fantasy,
Let's see.
there's fewer quality backs.
Just look, they're 7 signings in. Let's see what they do.
Good
But
signs,
They're all
mate.
good signings.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right.
And source to the Bears.
Oh,
Corey Horsburgh.
talk about that.
Yeah, he signed. So he was out the door at
He was
Raiders.
definitely out the door, wasn't
Obviously, Ricky and him don't see eye to eye. Interesting, Ricky played on the weekend, though, after he dropped him, which was good. But Corey's left up and gone to Perth. I think it'll be good for them. Good signing.
He's there. Will match a jersey. That's good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Anyway, all right.
it's time for-
There's more interesting things than that, but yeah.
This is upset alert. Don't say we didn't warn you. Upset alert.
Don't say we didn't warn you.
It's the longer version of the upset alert song.
Jeez, I feel like we've got to pick them now. That
Yeah, I
was
know.
the-
I'm not going to go to sleep.
They're on the upset alert. Tim,
Wow.
I was going to let you go first this week, as per the draw.
Ooh. Well, you've caught me off guard here. I was too excited about Corey
song.
Horsburgh of the Bears.
I can go.
Of the whole day. No, I'm not forgoing my number
My
one,
number one pick
my number one
status.
pick. Come on. Hold on.
Now, I have put mine in the notes already, so if you steal mine, that would be amusing.
I tried to look for that, but I couldn't
No,
see it.
you didn't send us
read.
the actual link.
Oh, I didn't either.
No,
No,
well, then that
so I was
makes-
going to say, I haven't seen it.
I looked for it before.
I am going to go. Funny old feeling.
If you don't talk for too
Canterbury
long.
to beat Penrith.
Canterbury to beat Penrith. Again.
They beat him this year.
Yeah, got a feeling. Canterbury just an awkward team. They've got a lot to play for. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Penrith are where they've been. So anyway, my pick. The other one would have gone is the obvious one's Dolphins over East, but
Fair enough.
I can't pick against my team. So
Fair enough. Adrian, what do you got?
Newcastle.
Oh, you're going to do that to me, are you? I was going to take Newcastle.
Oh, were you going to take Newcastle?
Yeah, that was on mine. That's on the notes, but that's
You can know. You take Newcastle. Tell me why you think
So
Newcastle.
hold on,
win.
Newcastle beat Warriors
I think Newcastle will beat the Warriors.
I agree.
all of a sudden in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Despite all the chat about them being the top team, that was his chat.
No, tell me why you think Newcastle can win.
I just
I'm going to
think,
pick another one. You take Newcastle.
I just think Newcastle are erratic, and I don't think the Warriors have got a good halfback, and I think the Knights can get him.
Thank you.
And the
I've
Knights,
got a really good feeling about this game.
I just
very
reckon
good
the
feeling
Knights
about
can
this
get 'em.
game. Last week I was worried about this game. I'm very silently. I'm not silently. I'm pretty confident of this game. Bounce back game.
they
big
pumped
game.
you last time in early March.
Big game.
38 points to 12.
Do you want my upset alert?
Yep, sure. We'll talk about the Knights and the Warriors a little bit more in a minute, I think. Surely you got to go Dolphins to beat the Roosters.
No.
What are you going to do? I don't.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, B1?
Oh, you're not going to.
Frisky Parramatta Eels. Para Stadium. They're due. Moses to put on a clinic.
Those slippery little eels.
Go the Eels.
You're an idiot. Sharks always.
I think this is quote unquote Boldo. This is the teams that the Sharks usually beat. So you know what that means.
We're not going to lose
We're
another
not going to
game for
lose
the
a
rest
game
of
all
the
year.
season.
Those slippery Eels are going to slip right through. I think
Your
I
defense.
think 280 Para are good odds. So
Yeah, they've been
Good
competitive.
odds.
Look,
That's such a
And
double
Sharks-
cross
Sharks
from
is-
you.
it's a double cross.
Sharks have been a bit weak. Yeah, come on, count the eels.
It is a danger game
yeah,
for the Sharks, especially at Para
Actually,
Stadium.
you know what's interesting?
Para are the worst team.
So we've all okay. Let's go through our tips, and then I'll say what.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, and the match that everyone's going to be watching on Thursday night to see if the kickoff
On Thursday night.
the suspense.
It's just ruined my Thursday
I'm
night.
going to get my popcorn out.
It's like-
You want me to drink
You know
20
what's gonna be
scooters to
brilliant?
understand
You
it?
know what's going to be? It's, you know what?
What did I just
You know
watch?
what I reckon is worth betting on?
What?
A 0-all draw.
Why?
Because
No one will
all
kick.
No, somebody's got to score.
That's
the whole point.
Oh, they just keep kicking.
no, they won't kick off. A 0-all.
rule.
It's a testing
The
rule.
rule is no kickoff.
There's no kickoff.
Fuck it.
Oh, shit.
Come on, Adrian. That wasn't hard to get, mate. I'm gonna, you know what's bad? I'm going to have had 10 schooners by the time this game comes on. I'm going to be like, why are they kicking off?
Okay, fair enough.
Who
think-
are we tipping?
I think Brisbane.
I don't know.
I'm going to go Brisbane.
Oh, I'm going to go Melbourne.
Jeez, I just don't care. I think the Broncos will win at home.
Go the refs.
Do we think the rules can actually?
Do you know
have
what they
any-
should have done? Go back to 2 refs in that game. I think 2 refs,
I'm,
they
I'm,
need
a,
it.
I'm a bigger proponent for that.
No, they should knock off the 6 again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or just, yeah.
No, but
Yeah, just
PVL's not going to admit he's wrong. There's no way that's changed.
Then we get rid of the 6 again. It does good other numbers for them commercially. So that won't change.
That's not changing. All right, on Friday night, Sea Eagles host the Dragons.
Eagles. Too much to play for. But
Yeah.
I like the Dragons' effort
Yeah, I
this
think
year.
so.
Well, so the Dragons are now confirmed as the Spooners, aren't they?
Yeah, Manly should win that.
Yeah, but I think there's a bit of pride in that Dragons team. I don't think
agree.
they'll be an easy
No, I
Might be an
agree.
easy beat, but
Oh no, actually the Dragons can still catch the Titans, but they'll need
For
to.
an against.
They'll need to win 2 matches by
hundreds.
50 points.
Yeah, no.
You'd have to think that's unlikely. I think the Seagulls get them.
Yeah.
Seagulls back in. Seagulls are going to finish 8th and knock out the Sharks, aren't they? All right.
Nah, I think Cowboys will make it.
Yeah, the Seagulls would have to.
yeah,
You got to win both, and Cowboys got to lose both.
Seagulls are
Yeah, no.
Who have the Cowboys got?
Tigers. You're going too fast. Go back up.
Yeah,
We'll
no,
go
I'm just
through all
looking
of
down for
No,
the
he's
Cowboys.
thinking of the Cows.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Just looking at the Cowboys they got. All right, in the next match, we've got the Panthers versus the Bulldogs.
them. Panthers.
So Timmy's on the Bulldogs. And
I'm
he's
going
upset alert.
Canterbury. Yeah, I'm going to Canterbury here.
I think the Panthers do 'em. I don't think the Bulldogs are much of a shot. And that knocks out the Bulldogs, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that all but knocks
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
Oh, no.
No,
Yeah.
if
As long as
Cowboys win.
Yeah.
If the Cowboys win, they're out.
Cowboys win, they pretty much almost lock it up.
I tell you what, though, Canterbury can be a tough bloody team when they're backs to the wall like this. I've got a feeling about Canterbury. Maybe it's my one-eyed Roosters, but got a feeling.
I bet the.
I feel like the Panthers now start tightening the screws before September. You'll see a really good performance.
So
from
the
Penrith.
Bulldogs beat the Dragons, but then they lost the Rabbitohs. The Rabbitohs aren't exactly brilliant.
No. The only other thing with Penrith is they lost Jack Cogger.
Yeah, but
Been suspended for 4 weeks.
Canterbury were the ones that ended the Panthers' run earlier in the season, if you remember.
So it's a good matchup for them. Why is it a good matchup?
They're just desperate.
Because Serraldo knows how they
And
play.
I just don't think Penrith are as brilliant now as they were earlier in the season. Correct. Serraldo knows their game.
It's a good upset alert, Tim.
Canterbury on their day can just be a tricky team. They've
and
always
a,
had
and a
historic-
shitty team too.
Yeah.
It's a good upset alert. All right, Titans and the Rabbitohs.
Rabbits.
Too much to play for, Rabbits.
Yeah. And I hope the Rabbits win and the Roosters win because then it takes the pressure off the Roosters in that last game.
Why? Because if the Rabbits lose, then they'll want to knock out the Rabbits.
No. So if the Rabbits win, the Roosters win. We're both top 4, top 8.
Because their last game is Rabbits. He doesn't.
Yeah, but
want
if
to
if the Rabbits lose, then they're a chance of getting knocked
be-
out.
correct.
And then the Roosters might want to knock them out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's true. That's true.
I was just thinking about a nice, easy
That's true.
game at the end
You know,
of
it's
the
the
year.
second biggest rivalry in
where
all of the
Where they
NRL.
just cuddle
Book
each
of
other but go
feuds.
in the final.
Yeah, the Book of Feuds. Apparently, they hate each other. All right, here we are. The Roosters versus the Dolphins.
I think.
Roosters are $1.56.
I think the betting market is spot on, and
Do you?
I think I think the Roosters will beat them 13 plus.
13 plus.
Yep.
Okay.
I think Teddy's back. I assume
He's touch and go. It's interesting that they won't sort of
ankle though, isn't it?
Well,
say whether he's ready or
I'm
not.
going to say this. Good teams, when they lose to crap teams, frequently lose the next week and lose 2 in a row, as the Sharks did. so,
Survey of one.
no, it does often happen.
No, I agree with Adrian. We're going to win by 13 plus.
Really?
See,
He's talked himself into it.
Yeah. No, we forgot we had a game last weekend. We'll get over
Yeah,
it.
you got to remember though, the Roosters defend really well. The Dolphins' defense is crap.
I just think they don't have the middles to match us.
They'll- Roosters,
they don't.
Roosters,
And the Roosters have
that's
been
their
thinking
problem.
about this game for 2
this
weeks.
is a worry game for the Dolphins because it'll start to give them a bit
'Cause
psychic.
we could put 50 on them.
Correct.
We've done it before.
I reckon Roosters put a score on them.
All right, we're going to watch this one closely. I'll stick with your Roosters. I think Don't know
Not
why.
as confident as us, though.
I'm not as confident as you guys know. But I don't want to put on my upset alert because I don't want the Dolphins to win. Because I want the Sharks to
Of course.
Cowboys and the West Tigers. Cowboys
Cowboys sew up their top 8 spot.
Yep.
Lock it in.
Yep. Cowboys, if they go to 32 points,
That's it.
that's going to be enough for them.
Yep.
The Warriors and the Knights, first versus sixth, out there in Go Media Stadium in Auckland.
I'm going to tip Newcastle.
Warriors.
Warriors beat them 38-12 in March. Yeah.
We've improved since then.
Yeah, you beat the Titans, the Raiders, and the Broncos, all outside the top 8 teams. I don't know what the hell I was thinking with this upset alert. It's a terrible upset
It's an
alert.
upset alert.
Yeah, I guess it's an alert.
It's not a tip.
It's not a tip. Yeah, I'd tip the Warriors to beat the Knights. I wouldn't risk it. The Knights can't beat the top teams, but they can still beat the crap teams.
This is our chance to beat a top team. This is why I think we'll win. You have to win this game. To
Warriors
lead
are on
into
4 in a
September.
row, beating
If
Rabbitohs.
Lieutenant Zelezniak's out as well, it frees up an edge for you guys to attack.
Yeah. We did.
And
We've
it-
lost Young and Frizzell, though, suspended.
Yeah, he lost a lot of
Yeah,
guys.
okay, that changes it.
Yeah. All right. And then the last one. You fools. Eels versus Sharks. Sunday. It is the Channel 9 game at Combank Stadium. Adrian thinks the Eels can upset the Sharks in his upset alert. Are you going to tip them?
I think this is a danger game for you, but I'll tip the Sharks.
Yeah, I'm going to tip the Sharks.
Sharks lost to the Eels in 2024. I wish the NRL site showed more matches than the last two. Just
The
annoying.
history. Yeah.
God, the NRL site's got so many problems.
Are you tipping Sharks?
Please.
13 plus or?
They're not losing a game for the rest of the year, remember?
Yes.
He did put the mock on them though.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just playing.
The typical Sharks fan.
The loss they needed.
No,
Just
you
like
know
the
what I was
Roosters.
doing? I was taking the moment of glory whilst I had it, and I enjoyed it for that one
You
episode.
were peacocking and then it just
Oh,
went
it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. It's a shame that we weren't on video today because I've got a bit of Sharks merch on. All right, that was so. Our upset alerts were
Knights?
Knights. Tim, what was yours? Bulldogs
Canterbury. Yep.
and Eels. All right. Thanks for coming in, fellas.
Thank you.
We'll see
Thank
you
you.
guys next week, Monday, 8:30. I'll try and get the sound working. I'll probably get it working now, and I'll turn Tim into a female woman on the cartoon.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Welcome to Down the Sideline, the show where the biggest stories in rugby league are put under the microscope. And nothing is off limits. No safe takes, no fence sitting. Just real opinions on the teams, the players, and the moments that drive this sport forward. From form slumps to finals contenders, from origin debates to the stories shaping the game, we're across it all. And we almost never agree. Hosted by Tim Micallef, Adrian Manka, and David Bolderman. This is Down the Sideline.